We are going to be talking about whether or not you need a coaching certification. Hello, and welcome to the Coaching Masters channel. My name is Bonnie. If you want to make sure that you don't miss any valuable coaching content, then make sure to hit that subscribe button. In today's video, we are going to be talking about whether or not you need a coaching certification. Now, you may or may not know that the coaching industry is unregulated. So if you don't know, what this means is that basically anyone and everyone can go out there and call yourself a coach. You can call yourself a coach right now. You can go out there and start selling your coaching services, and you would not be doing anything illegal or wrong or anything like that, because you do not need a qualification, a certification, or anything to go out there and get started. So in that sense, you don't need a certificate if it is something that you don't think you need. Now, in saying that, I do believe that having certification is important, and I'm going to tell you why in these points, and you can have a reflection back to yourself and just see if I'm making any sense, if you think that actually it is important for you to have. But I'm also going to say some of the things that, may mean that you don't need to have a certification after all. So there's gonna be lots of value here for you guys. So if you are someone that is an expert and you know a lot of information and you're an expert in your field, you may be thinking, I don't know if I need a certification after all, because I've got all this knowledge to share. And just to touch on that, I really want to make sure that you know the difference between coach and mentor, because mentoring is actually where we're giving clients advice, where we're giving them guidance to go out there and do something that we are an expert in. Coaching, on the other hand, and if you don't know anything about coaching, or you think there is a lot of misconceptions about coaching. And one of these is that coaches just give people advice. They tell them what to do with their life. They tell them what they need to do, and how to live, and all of these different things. Now, that's not true. Coaching is all about asking questions. So it's about getting curious, asking questions so that you can unpack what your client believes and what your client wants for their life. So we actually give very, very few bits and pieces of advice. It's the client that is actually creating their own life and their own future, and the path that they really want to follow. So if you were hearing that and you had no idea about that, then I would say that getting a coaching certification could be something that could definitely add some value to your life, so that you are coaching correctly, so that you are empowering your client to find the answers for themselves. Coaching is all about empowerment. We are told so many things pretty much as soon as we pop out of the womb: how to live, how to be, how to act. And coaching is about, unraveling that process. So we are unraveling, who is this person in front of us? When we get rid of what their parents want, and we get rid of what their friends want, and when we get rid of what society wants for them, who is this person and what do they want? And I'm not going to impose my own beliefs or values or anything like that on them. I want to find out what is important to this person and what can we achieve for them. What is the goal that they want to achieve for themselves when we get rid of all that noise? This is why I think that coaching is so powerful, because we do give someone that empowerment and that belief in themselves, and we encourage them to fully own that. Now, if you are an expert and you did know that you need to ask questions, and you are a master of questions and being curious and listening and all of those things, and you just have a bunch of knowledge and expert in this field, then maybe you can go out there and coach people and you don't need a certification, and that is fine. There is absolutely no right or wrong in this. But again, if you are a beginner and you're just starting out and you don't know how to inspire change or transformation in somebody, and you don't know how to ask thought-provoking questions, then a certification could definitely help you in your career. So what are some of the things that you are going to get by doing a certification? Well, you're gonna gain knowledge, tools, techniques to be able to coach someone properly. So you're not just giving them all this information, you are coaching them. And a lot of coaching organizations will give you these tools so that you do have a starting point, you have a foundation, and you have this toolkit of different things that you can use and follow, so that you know how to ask questions the right way to lead them to powerful breakthroughs, to results, to discoveries, to overcoming their limiting beliefs, and all of those different things. Getting a coaching certificate also builds legitimacy, because you may get asked, how long have you been a coach for? Where did you learn from? Are you qualified? Because some people may not know that it is unregulated, and they are going to go for the people that have the certifications because they trust them more. They feel like they have knowledge. They've probably got practice experience and coaching experience. And so they are going to want to go with them because they feel like they know the process of how to actually help them. The coaching market is getting bigger and bigger. So this means that there are more and more coaches coming on the scene. Even when I first became a coach back in 2018 and I did my coaching course and my certification program, it was not as busy as it is today. It was not as, challenging to get out there and become a coach because there just wasn't as many people doing it. Now, there are more coaches, but on the plus side, there's actually more opportunity because coaching is becoming more and more mainstream. So people aren't just thinking, oh, it's for, athletes and celebrities and all of these things. They're actually seeing coaching come into organizations in the workplace and day-to-day life. So it is becoming more and more popular for people to get coaches. So because there's more of us doesn't mean that it's going to be harder for you to get clients, but it does mean that there are just more opportunities out there for other people to choose a different coach. And so you need to make sure that you are seen and that you are the coach that is going to be right for them. But that is the beautiful thing about coaching is we all have different vibes, we all have different personalities, and so we're going to attract different people are going to resonate with us, and that's incredible because we can't help everyone in the world. Think about it. If we're doing one-to-one coaching, we have a max amount of hours in a day. So if there's more coaches, again, it just means that more people are helping each other out and we're making this world a better place. But I would say if you do want to stand out, if you do want to separate yourself from the 7-hour coach or anything like that, then it is best to get yourself a certification so that you look legitimate and that people are more likely to trust you, and then you are standing out above the people that have not done anything at all. Having this certification can also help to boost your reputation. And so this means that you have that kind of step up above any other competition out there. Hearing that someone has a certification also kind of instinctively puts something in our brain that they are an actual professional. So if you hear that someone's just, become a coach, you may have some doubts, you may not trust them as much, and you're just not really gonna think that they're as professional as someone who has gone through a bunch of training and grown and developed their coaching skills and, done more courses and gone through a legitimate coaching organization. So this also helps you to build credibility, especially within organization. Now, we are probably all going to be looking to do different things with our coaching. Some of us may want to do just personal coaching. Some of us may want to do coaching in organizations. So if you are looking to do coaching in organizations, then organizations are most likely going to be looking to see if you have some form of certificate, something that shows that you have actually completed a program, because this is going to be a part of the criteria that they are looking for. I know friends that have gone the organization route and they all want to see that you have gotten a certification in order to even be considered for the job. Getting a certification is also really exciting because it means that you are learning more information. You get to put yourself in the shoes of a student again and learn. And I don't know about you, but I love to learn more information. I am still learning information and I have been coaching since 2018, but I love to go and do different courses and further my skills because coaching is a continuous process for everyone involved. I am helping my client grow, but if I stop growing myself, then I'm not a good example for my client, and my progress and their progress actually most likely stops because I can only take them so far. So I am always learning and doing more courses to really improve my skills so that I can be the best coach that I can be for my clients and for myself. I love personal development. This is something that I really, really thrive on, is to improve myself. And so if you are that type of person as well, then certification is great because you just learn so many things. Even if you've already got a few tools or, different methods in your toolkit, learning more just so that you really have this whole toolkit of so many different things that can be used can be really, really, really helpful. The world is continuously changing as well. So we do want to be making sure that we are continuously learning and developing, because you don't want to get stuck behind. The people that get stuck behind are the people that are not willing to change and adapt. So if you really want to be the best coach that you can be, then you are going to want to keep evolving for yourself. Now, it can boost, credibility and authority and make you seem like a professional and all these things. But one thing that I definitely notice with certifications as well is they improve your confidence. And if you're not confident coaching people, then you should not be coaching. Now, we all need to start somewhere. So I'm not saying that you're just gonna be this incredible coach and everything right away, but how you get better in certification programs is to practice. And something that we do in our coaching program is we put you in workshops so that you are working one-to-one with another person. So even before you go out there and work with your first client, you have 12 weeks of working with another person, practicing coaching coaching on them to build your confidence. And this is so important because if you're not confident in yourself, then other people aren't going to be confident in you. So this gives you ability to really trust that you know what you're doing, trust that you can lead the session to a successful outcome, and have a successful coaching session with your client. Another thing that can come with doing a certification program is that you are surrounded by people that are going through the same thing. So if you don't have people that are supportive, now you do. Now you have a whole community of people that have your back, that are there for you, that are there to keep you accountable, and there to boost you up and encourage you and support you all at the same time. Our community is amazing. Honestly, I have never seen a community like it. It's so positive and uplifting, and everyone just comes to get together to help each other out. So if you want to be a part of that environment and you don't want to build a business all by yourself, because that can be hard and it can be a bit lonely at times. So if you do your certification with people, you meet other coaches, you build friendships and relationships, and you have these people for life. And that way, you can work alone, but together. You can have calls, you can send voice notes and encourage each other and tell people what you did today. You can tell them that you got a client, you can tell them that you got a discovery call, whatever it is, you can share the news and be supported. And that is really, really going to help you to be successful at the end of the day. Because sometimes if we feel like we're in it alone and something comes up and it gets hard, then we may be more likely to give up, and we don't want to do this. So having that community can be really, really helpful, because then they can help push you on those days where you may be feeling a little bit low, or your confidence is low, or your self-belief is low. Limiting beliefs are coming up. They can be there to kick them away and make sure that you continue on this path to become the best coach that you can be. And this way you're learning from people who are ahead of you as well. So if you're beginning, you've got access to a whole community of people that are already graduated, that are getting clients, and you can go to them for tips and advice on seeing how they were able to do those things when you're feeling stuck, and they can just share their tips. Everyone is really, really open with sharing everything, and they want to, everyone to be successful and to get clients too. So it's really just incredible because you just don't have to do it alone. So if you're someone that has a tendency not to ask for help, and I am guilty with that, I can fully admit it, then maybe joining a community is best for you, and you can learn to ask for help because nobody has to do it alone. We're not in this to do it alone. We do have people that we can turn to who have been where we are, who understand the process, who understand what we're going through, and that can help us along the way. Now, the final reason that I think it could be important for you to get a certification is that you can safeguard your future. The coaching industry is unregulated at the moment, but as it gets more and more popular, who is to say that things won't change and that they will start regulating it? And this way you are ahead of the competition. So if they do decide tomorrow that they're gonna regulate it and that you're gonna need a certificate and courses and everything else, then you already have those things and you're already ahead of the game, one step ahead, and you don't need to stress or stop your coaching business or anything like that. You can just continue as you were. I think better to be safe than sorry, better to not put yourself at risk or your business at risk, and do the hard part and build the foundation ahead of time, because then you don't have to do anything messy and clean up anything after. Now, these are just some tips on why I think certification could be a good thing for you. I know that I am super grateful for my certification. I learned so much from it. I built incredible relationships, and I just really, really enjoyed it and enjoyed being part of something and learning. I've never enjoyed learning so much in my life. It was just like things were clicking and I was getting new information, and it just felt like everything finally fit. So I thought that was really, really exciting. And if that is something that interests you, then it could be a really incredible experience for you as well. Now, with that being said, again, there is absolutely no legal requirement for you to get a certification. So if you are an expert, if you already have clients, if you're already helping people achieve transformation and you feel confident that you have what it takes to be a good coach, then you know what, certification may not be needed for you, but you are the only person that can decide that for yourself. You know you best. And so just listen to yourself and just think, is this something that is going to help me and help my business and help my clients as well, and for me to be the best version of the coach that I can be? Or, am I already that version now and I don't need that extra experience or skill or learning, or, I already just know it all? Then go out there, be successful. But if certification is something that interests you, then go and look at that route as well. We do have a certification program here at the Coaching Masters, so you can have a little look at that. We also have a membership area that has a ton of information for you if you just want to, dive in and get a little bit of a feel for what some things are that you can do with your coaching client. So check those out. And if you have enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like. And I hope you have an incredible rest of your day. I'll see you in the next video very soon.